You listen to me, you go to the top. Bobby! Bobby!
Bobby.
Oh, Bobby.
Bobby?
She had a sense of humor. The wrestlers were a great example of me because they took things in stride. They took their payoffs in stride. They took their bumps in stride. They took their love life in stride. They took everything in stride. Nothing seemed like it mattered to anybody. I don't ever remember a wrestler coming in the dressing room, throwing down his bag and saying, "Damn, I don't know how I'm going to pay the mortgage. My wife's touring around with another guy. My kids are fucking school. I don't know if they're going to repo my car. I don't know." You never hear any of that. They keep it to themselves. They come in, and everything you use in the dressing room is very alike. As soon as I come in, I take my clothes off, hang them on a hook. I put on my boots, my knee pads. I didn't put on my trunks. I just had my underwear on. And that's how I'd be in the dressing room. Wouldn't lace my boots. I kept them unlaced. But I put them on, put my knee pads on, and my underwear. Then when it was about a half hour before I laced the boots, I put my trunks on, and I would put my jacket on so the cops came to get me ready to go. I just relaxed. And that part was the most relaxing part of my life. Not flying on the plane with the guys, because I just stayed on the line for an hour to get a ticket. Then when you're off the plane, you got to stay on the line for an hour to get a rental car. Then you have to stay on the line for an hour to the rental car bus. Then you have to figure out where the hotel is and the building. No, the most relaxing time in the wrestling business is in the dressing room. And if you get a good guy in that ring, like a Red Bastien, that's the most relaxing time too, is to have a good match. Having a good match is like having an orgasm. You remember. Yeah. Yeah. But, no, that was a beautiful part about the business with the dressing room. That's where you relaxed. That's where you were at home and felt that was your domain. That's why no one was allowed in there. Like I'm friends with a lot of baseball people. A good friend of mine, I put his name in the book. His name is Jimmy Bank. He's the press secretary for Chicago Cubs. And every time I go to Chicago, he takes care of me. He took me in the dressing room last time and met Sammy Sosa, and he autographed a baseball for my son-in-law, John. And the guys in the dressing room were just talking to me, and were very nice. When Mark came in our dressing room, we wouldn't talk to him, because we were out there real quick. Yeah. Because you don't belong there. Yeah. We're hiding something from you. Yeah. There's a whole different world that people never believe. Well, kayfabe is an expression. It means set up. Yeah. There's someone around that shouldn't be. Like in England, they don't use kayfabe. They use Queen Park Rangers. They said it rhymes with strangers. So if somebody walks in, "Oh, Freddie, have you seen the Queen Park Ranger?" Yes, they know they're a stranger.
I didn't know that.
We use kayfabe. Yeah. Kayfabe or kayfabe. Have no idea what it means. Yeah. I heard one time there was a deaf mute in the business. His name was Fabian. Or kayfabe. That's where the name came from. I don't really know. Have no idea. Yeah. Never seen it had any license plate. Kayfabe. I used to, with Nick Barker, back when we were all in business, we bought a condo. And that was it, kayfabe condo. And that was it, but, so they come to dress him, and, they're not allowed it. Someone would bring him, either the promoter, "I want you to meet this guy, his friends or family." Yeah, you slap him off to get rid of him. Because if you talk to them, they'll stay there forever. Yeah. And you really hate to be rude to people, but, and me saying that, I hate to be rude to people, but I really, like you're talking about, your gimmick takes over your life, like Igor. Yeah. There's a lot of Bobby Heenan in Ray Heenan. Yeah. Like the girl with the hat and the car with the window down. Things I've done so long in this business, and Bobby Heenan comes into Ray Heenan's life, and I have to do him. Yeah. I have to do him. I have to move a nameplate on the table. I have to do something to scoop a guy's seating or something. Yeah. It's just, you've done it all your life. I told my daughter, we're driving back from school one day, I'm taking her to dance. And I'm figured out I've got to eventually tell her my real name. So I'm riding in the car with her. She's about 8. I said, Jessica, you ever heard people call me Ray? Yeah. I said, well, honey, that is my real name. And she said, does Mom know? I said, yes, Mom knows. But I changed my name at the beginning of my career so that the Ray Heenan part of me could live a normal life. And my name was changed by someone else. And it's just a little easier being Bobby Heenan. See, I always thought if people knew that my real name was Ray, not Bobby, that they know I was fake, that the business was fake. Yeah. So I wanted to be real in everything I did. Yeah. So I said, no, Mom knows. But our friends and the other kids and everything, they don't need to know. And here's my 8-year-old daughter, and I was almost in tears, wondering how she would react to this. Had I deceived her all these years and not tell her who I really was? Will she look at me as a stranger? I didn't know what to say. So I said, Jess, my real name is Ray, not Bobby. And she said, does Mom know? And I said, yes, Mom knows. But none of your friends or anybody else needs to know. And she looks at me and said, I'll just kayfabe it. What the hell am I being worried about? The kid's smarter than me. I told her, I said, you beat Nick one more time, you get to keep him.
Put the word in the streets.